Looking at Fabinho's performances at centre-half this season, and irrespective of whether you've got injury problems at the back, could you see him as someone switching to centre-half full-time? Or is he someone who offers far too much from midfield to make that switch?
Oh, it's brilliant to have him as an option for both positions. Obviously, I think his natural position is in midfield, but that he can play the centre half makes him an unbelievable valuable player for us. So that's how it is. We knew last year that we lose Emre Can, who is a similar profile, and so it was so important. It was always the plan that we have him for that as well. But with 4 centre halves we had, it was not. We didn't think that we have to use him there actually. But he can play the position. Obviously, that's really good. That helps us a lot, and we will see what happens in the future. But I think he's a midfielder, and we will use him most of the time in that position.
Obviously, United fans want to try and stop you winning the league. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer replied maybe when asked if he'd prefer if Spurs were to win the league. So what does this game mean to you?
A lot. It's the only game we have at the weekend, and it's against Manchester United. It's a big one, absolutely a big one, and we have to. We know that it's a difficult one as well. So they are in a good moment, really good moment. They are physically strong. They have. They defend well. They attack well. They have flexible aids. They have the 2 goals they scored against Chelsea. I saw the game, obviously, and Chelsea was not that bad, as everybody made them after the game. But United scored in perfect moments and scored 2 brilliant goals. So full of confidence, all that stuff. That's how they go in the moment. That's clear. So we will go there, and we will be as good as possible prepared and try everything to get a result there. That's the plan. And but you never know. It's how I said, with 2 strong teams will face each other, and so it's open until the final whistle, and that we try to use that time.
How different a United side, Jürgen, is this from the one that you beat in December?
Oh, the way they play is obviously different, but it's now everything what I could say or will say or could say now is people would, or probably you make a story of it, that it sounds like kind of disrespectful for Jose Mourinho, and there's no reason for that because he's an outstanding manager. But it looked like in the end that they had a difficult time together, and they found a solution for them, how they want to improve that situation, and that obviously worked out. So since all is there, pretty much everything changed. We see the Pogba, Man United signed a couple of years ago. Herrera is in outstanding shape. All the offensive players, they were all there, and they were all good before, but now they kind of are full of confidence and use all their potential. So that's a big difference, of course. And sometimes how it is, you need some changes. And in football, it's very often a manager that it helps. It helps not always, but sometimes it helps. In this case, obviously it helps. So it's a different side, obviously a different style, but still united. And so they have all different ways in their toolbox to get results. They can still defend deep and all that stuff. They have to sometimes, and they play high pressure in different moments. So all that stuff, it's all there. It's good.
Bayern the other night, Manchester United this weekend, and Everton after that, trying to stop your title charge. What is it like for you and the players being in the thick of this at the moment?
There's Watford in the middle of the week as well, so we should not forget them. That's how it is. I don't think I'm not sure, but with Bayern for sure, it's nothing personal. It's they want to be as successful as possible. I think that's for Man United the same. If they have as a little plus that with 3 points against us we cannot be champion or whatever, I don't know if that is like that. If that's the case, it's a big game. Anyway, so it was always a big game and will always be a big game. So we always were looking forward to play there. Actually, it's a good atmosphere. It's very exciting. All the stuff around. A lot of talk before. Don't like that too much, but that's normal. And at the weekend then Everton, after Watford, which is typical enough. Everton, of course, they have their own situation. I don't think that they think too much about our title chances, they have to sort their own situation. That's how all of us have to do. And so I, to be honest, I didn't think a second about Watford so far, and not a second about Everton, and didn't think anymore about Bayern since yesterday. So we play United, and that's tough enough.
Jürgen, there's a fantastic history to this fixture that goes back an awful long way. In terms of its importance to what it could mean for Liverpool for between now and the end of the season, it could be a really massive game for you.
Yes. So that's all true. I cannot write your stories, gentlemen. You have to write it by yourself, and we only prepare for a football game. So we have to prepare for a football game against a really good opponent, and that's it. So we cannot do more. I cannot go in a meeting with the players and tell them all about the history of the game and the influence. Yeah, of course, I'm a human being. Of course I know, and I'm interested in football. So I knew it before I came here. So there's no doubt about it. It's all good like it is. But we cannot make the game bigger only because in a decisive moment. We have to do anyway the best we can do, and if possible a little bit more. And that's what we need in that game because they are strong. But I know what you all have in your minds and stuff like that, that it's like maybe for us the worst moment to face Manchester United, for them it's the best moment to face us and stuff like that. It's only important. We all have to show that we are really ready for that game and, if possible, win it. And that's difficult, but it's possible and that's enough. We never have more chances before a game that you say, oh, it's already halfway done or something like that. It's so much talk always before football games, like it was before the Bayern game. And at the end, we have to play it. And afterwards, then Bayern was more happy about the result than we were and all that thing. For us, the job is really to be focused and concentrated on football. And so far, that worked pretty well out. We can do that, and we will do that again. But there's not a guarantee for any result, but for both teams. It's not that we go there and we are a weak opponent or whatever, and they think it's really the perfect moment, and Liverpool is weak here and weak there, and has a hole there, and big gaps on that side, and all that stuff. It's not like that. We are a pretty well organized football team with a lot of potential, and a lot of time we transform that in quality. And if we can do that again, then it will be a tough one for United as well. And you saw the Chelsea United game. It was so intense in the first 15-20 minutes, unbelievable. Both teams pressing everywhere and under pressure in all departments and all areas of the pitch. So it's pretty likely there will be again like this. It's not likely that it will be two teams waiting for each other, making a mistake or whatever. We have to be lively there, and we will be.
Great to have Virgil van Dijk back for a game of this nature. He was only missing for one match, but he's such an important figure for you. I'm sure you know about the Bill Shankly comment when he signed Ron Yates and called him a colossus.
Sure. No, I didn't know that.
Well, he was a big central defender that Ron Yates was one of Shankly's first signings, and he called him a colossus. And Liverpool fans are now saying, Virgil van Dijk is maybe the new colossus. How important could he be for you in a fixture like this?
Very, like he always is, but the most important thing was that we didn't miss him as much as, again, a lot of people expected us to miss him, because we defend as a unit. And so it makes life a bit easier for Virg, and in the other case for Fabinho as well, because before, in front of him, Hendo played an outstanding game. So that's how it is. If he would have been not as spot on as he was, then Fabinho would have struggled and Virg would have struggled in a couple of the last games. So that's the normal situation. No, but of course it's really good to have him back. By the way, it's first time that we have kind of since I don't know how many weeks that we have to make a choice between midfielders, fullbacks, even centre half. If I think about Fabinho again on that position, I could make a decision about it, and so that's good. So that's for us a good moment. So far this week, obviously because of the Bayern game, it was only more or less it was a recovery, of course. But now we have 2 sessions to prepare the game, and that's good. That's for us different as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
The only setback in Solskjaer's reign has been against PSG. Have they provided the blueprint, and specifically with the way they had 3 men guarding Pogba and Xhaka in his space?
Yeah, result-wise was the only team. But it was Tottenham played a pretty good game against United, to be honest. So you cannot. Yeah, what is the blueprint? They were pretty cool with the ball. They passed really a lot, and they were really confident, good positioning, passing between the lines, stuff like that, scoring in the right moment, and of course. You saw against Chelsea that United can play very, very good without Lingard and Martial, because that was a proper lineup with Mata and Lukaku bringing in. But in a game when you have to change that changed much more, because you cannot really adapt. They played the last 5 or 6 games before that with the same lineup, and then you have to change like this in 15 minutes. That obviously didn't work out, and PSG used that. So that was a bit luck for PSG, but they played a really, really good game. Very, very demanding, looked very in charge in most of the situation. Did give them a lot of counterattacks away, which is a massive thing to do in a game against United, because whichever lineup they have, how they attack with whoever it is will be quick on this kind of offensive wings, and that's just good. Then they, from time to time, they leave a player up or two and stuff like that. So you need to be really 100% concentrated in this game. But PSG did well, scored good goals in the right moment, and that helps in football always.
And just team news for this weekend. Not team news.
They are not in. Joe not in. I think pretty much all the rest is in training at least. I hope I didn't forget about Ryan Brewster is still only little parts, Ox in bigger parts, but not ready to play. The rest should be trained and will train with us if there's a little bit of time. Usually now I get a message somebody's ill, so in the last 3 weeks, so I'm still a bit nervous about that, but until now I didn't hear anything.
Jürgen, you touched on the idea that it's basically the first time in a long time that you won't have to put a midfielder in defence if you don't want to. So how difficult is it going to be to sort of make that decision in central midfield and leave someone out when they've all contributed quite well recently?
Oh, Neil. It's not difficult, because we now have to make a decision about who starts. First time, the thing is always, we always had a good lineup to start. Our problem was how can we change then? So that's a problem. And maybe 1 or 2 players who are not 18 years old will not be in the squad. I don't know in a moment, but that could happen. And that's all good. We need that. We need to have influence from the bench, that we can change, bring on players who are fit, and not like Schack now against Bayern having 1 session before that, but because of other things, we thought, okay, if we need him for 10-15 minutes, we can bring him at least. That's good. Now he has another 5 or 6 days in training, which helps always, and all these things. So that's what you need in that very decisive period of the season. That's the decisive period of the season, and we created a basis. We said it a lot, or I said it a lot. We have to use now, and for using the situation, you need the right number of players, because we have 3 games in a week. I don't think about the other 2 games, but I know that they will come, and so it's good. First time, and hopefully it stays like this. That we can make really changes in the game, in the lineups, and all that stuff. That's what you need. And how is that? This is today. Hopefully it stays like this. As I say now too often maybe, but it's the best moment for a couple of weeks.
Nothing from Glenn. Now, nothing from you now. Just back 1 second from Richard. No, and we'll finish with our last one. Norway for 2 questions. Yes.
Yeah, me.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Hi again. How, as a manager, how impressed are you with the job that Solskjaer has done in United in just 2 months? It's exactly 2 months since his first game today.
I think that's probably the best record a manager ever had when he came in the season. I don't know. It'd be always when we make start analyze, then it's always you get like the last 10 games or so, and you winning is green. Was pretty green, to be honest. So they had a few good results since he's in. So I said it already. We are no magicians, and we cannot. But the potential this Man United team has is good. That was always clear. It didn't work out for different reasons, stuff like that. And he came in and obviously found exactly the right words, he did exactly the right in training. So he made his experience in Norway. Obviously, people are not directly involved in football think that's not a proper football management. It's like Norway, what do they are skiers and stuff like that. But you have to do all the things you need as a football manager with players who have not the same potential than the players they have here. So, and it's nice. I'm really happy for him that he got the opportunity and to show his